Okay, this time the question is sharing a train wreck experience. Well, I think unfortunately that's probably happened quite a lot in the years I've been involved in worship. I remember sometimes just trying to come in for a song and not getting the key, not getting the right notes, or somebody coming in with a completely different rhythm than the song itself. And I think most of the times the best thing to do is just to stop and start again. I mean, in the end we're family, and we're family not just with the worship team, but we're family with the whole church. And sometimes it's good to have those moments because it helps you to realise, well, it isn't about me, it's actually a bigger thing, and we can do it even when we make mistakes and people can understand. I think the most important thing is to smile, to laugh it off. The worst and most distracting thing is if you have a scared face, or if your face is just very confused, because you reflect that onto the congregation in front of you. The best thing in those moments is to smile, to carry on, to apologise and say, I'm really sorry, let's start that again, everybody. And that's been my experience. The best times and the best recoveries of train wrecks have been those moments where we've gone, okay, we did it wrong, let's start again.
Talk to you a little bit about what we call train wrecks. This is the moment when the wheels come flying off the wagon and everything is a disaster. Dirt is just kicked up in the air. You can smell it, you can see it, you can hear it, and you know that after the service, they're going to talk to you. You're going to get the talking to. It always sounds worse than it really is, but the truth is it happens to everybody. It happens to the best of the best. It happens to the worst of the worst. The only thing you just have to ask yourself is, how am I going to deal with it? How am I going to respond to it? Am I going to do it differently next time? Well, you should. You should learn from it and prepare next time so that you don't have the same train wreck. Always note the area where you're messing up on that same song. There's one song that I want to do, and I keep throwing it in the mix and the rotation, and every time we get into rehearsal and we go over it as a team, we go over it as a group, I just can't hit it. When I'm alone and I'm in my office, I'm playing, I can get it every time, but when we get it as a team, I just can't get it, and I just throw it out. I'm not even gonna try. I'd rather do 3 songs and stretch those 3 songs to the 20 minute, 25 minutes that were allotted, than do 4 songs and just to fill the time. I would rather do 3 songs really well than 4 songs with one of them that didn't quite sound very, very good. You see what I'm saying? You're just gonna have to deal with train wrecks. They're gonna happen. They're just gonna happen. And the best thing that I could recommend for a musician, okay, is when you can't find the one, or you can't find where the singer is, the lead singer is, just stop playing. Just stop. As awkward as it is, as awkward as it may sound for a dead space, or for you just to be standing there, just stop playing. It's gonna, even a drummer, just stop. Just stop and find your way in on the next downbeat, on the next one, or the next chorus, or the next bridge. I promise you, not a lot of people are paying that much attention to you as a musician, but at the same time, don't try to just dig your way through back in to the progression. You're not going to find it. It's going to be far worse. Just stop what you're doing as a keyboardist. Just stop and then wait till you catch it, and then you hear it. Okay, and then you come. Or as a drummer, you're doing a beat and then you're off. Just kind of, you stop playing and then use whatever it is. But I recommend, as a musician, just stop playing to find your way back in. Now, if you're leading a song and you're definitely off, and you're off really bad, then what I would recommend you doing is taking a step back from the mic, okay, and trying to find the melody, or trying to find the rhythm of the lyrics, or whatever it is you need to focus on, you need to find. Try to find it apart from the microphone. So you want to step back from the microphone, and you want to try to find the melody or the rhythm or whatever it is you're looking for as a leader, and then come in and just a little bit. But if you take a step back and you're just not finding it, just transition to the next song. It's okay. Just do the next song and stretch that next song just a little bit longer. There's nothing wrong with it, but you're gonna have train wrecks. That's just the way you grow. You learn from your mistakes so that next time you don't do them again.
Okay, so worship train wrecks. There's a couple of times I've been involved in these. There's a couple of times as well where I've actually caused them. But I think what we always think of with worship train wrecks is where the band actually makes a mistake. So they start in the wrong key, or the drummer has started at the wrong tempo and it's way too slow or too fast, or the vocalist forgets the words, or in fact, like I did once, started playing the intro for a totally different song which wasn't actually in the worship set, so that we just had to stop, and people said to me, "It's the other song," and I had to find the words and music and start again, and that's pretty embarrassing. I think there's another kind of worship train wreck which is a little more subtle, and we have to also bear this in mind, that sometimes we can come up with really great music and be together as a band, but we can just leave the congregation behind just because perhaps we've chosen the wrong song, or it's actually an okay song but we've put it in the wrong place, and we can find that the congregation are just left behind. They don't engage, and I think, at both of these times we need to sit back and think, hey, it didn't quite go as planned, and maybe what can we do next time to reduce the chance of it happening. But yes, I've been involved in both of those cases, and yeah, you just learn and you move on.
That's a really funny question, but I know we've all experienced that at some point or another. I've even been in circumstances with just amazing top quality studio musicians in great environments where you just make a mistake. It happens to everybody. One time I can think of in particular was right before the service. I decided to change a song key right before we went out to lead worship, and it was the second song. So right out of the first song we get a transition to the next song, and I play that first chord and I totally can't find my starting pitch. So I'm like, whoa, 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 you go through that whole trying to figure it out, and it was just completely embarrassing. And I just stopped it 5 seconds in and was like, sorry everybody, technical error, we're gonna start this one over. Yeah, it's very embarrassing, and as we say, it's one of those moments that keeps you humble. But yeah, I think train wrecks, obviously they're not desirable. We really seek to, bring forth an environment of excellence in our times of worship. But we're all human, and it's inevitable. At some point, something will go wrong, and it's all about our heart and our mentality and how we're going to approach this. I think most people, especially who are there worshiping, understand that we're all just humans and we make mistakes. And so, as I said, I always try to come in with a spirit of excellence. I do my part to be prepared for what I'm going to do, but sometimes things happen. And if it happens, you just gotta shake it off and move past it, and just realize that it's not about you, it's about God. And just move past that moment, and what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. Some of us are probably stronger than others, but yeah, just do your part to learn the chords, learn the lyrics, get your band prepared with transitions, with everything. Make sure everyone's on the same page, and we can do our best to avoid that moment. But at the same time, if it does happen, just don't be so serious that you get so caught up in that moment and kick yourself about it, keep yourself down about it. It happens, and just remember, it's all about God. It's all about worshiping Him and making His name lifted higher over every other name. And sometimes that can happen by crushing our own pride right there on stage. So remember, it's not about us, it's about Him.
Oh, come, let us adore Him.